A very good morning, everyone. On behalf of SLTC Model United Nations, I would like to welcome all of you to the first ever annual general meeting of SLTC MUN 2021. Tanuli?
Yes, Vagisha. And thank you everyone for being here, accepting our invitation. A very warm welcome to our chief guest, the Senior Academic Treasurer of the Model United Nations Club of SLTC, Dr. Shamini Pereira, the guest of honor, the Academic Advisor of MUN SLTC, Ms. Achini Gamage, and a very warm welcome to our special guests, the Founder President of the very first Executive Committee, Ms. Minza Nizar, the Vice President, Ms. Vishalya Suryarachi, and the Treasurer, Mr. Nawad Kirivatulwa. Vagisha?
Yes, Tanuli. So before moving forward, I would like to invite Mr. Tisura Arachige, who is the Chairman of the Organizing Committee of SLTC MUN Annual General Meeting 2021, to officially welcome the gathering.
Good morning. First of all, it gives me great pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to the annual general meeting of the Sri Lanka Technological Campus Model United Nations. I take this as an opportunity to welcome our chief guest this morning, Dr. Shamini Pereira, our guest of honor, Ms. Achini Gamage, our special guests, Ms. Minza Nisa, Ms. Vishalya Suryarachi, and Mr. Nawad Kirivatulwa, President of the Student Interactive Society, Mr. Vindu Jayasinghe, President-elect of the Student Interactive Society, Mr. Mahasen Bandara, and the members of the outgoing Executive Committee and all the other participants who are present here today. As we all know, this is the first meeting that we will be having for the year 2021 as the SLTC Model United Nations. It is heartening to see a lot of hardworking members in our club today. It is a very healthy sign and we look forward to see their greater involvements in the upcoming year. The development of any venture will depend on the ability to input new energies, new ideas, and new people. So, we hope to work very effectively and productively in the future. Also, I would like to utilize this opportunity to thank our chief guest and our guest of honor for sparing their valuable time with us in order to make this event a success. We warmly welcome both of you once again and thank you for being with us today, accepting our invitation. Once again, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to warmly welcome all of you to the annual general meeting of the Model United Nations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tisuraya. And now it's time to invite a great personality who is the current president of SLTC MUN to address the gathering. It's none other than Mr. Manodya Nabadawewa. So, brother, the chance is yours.
Hello, good morning, everyone. In this pleasant morning, in the Saturday, we all are having a pleasurable time. So, I think this is the best time to have the AGM of Model United Nations. So, I think Hasira, can you allow me to share my screen?
Okay, now you can.
I think everyone can see my screen. Hasira, can you confirm that?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. I hope you can hear me now.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Technical issues. Okay. Uh, Thank you very much, everyone, for attending the Model United Nations AGM. First of all, and I have to say a few things that there was a task especially given to us by the our founder president of Model United Nations, Ms. Minsanisa, in mid of the previous year. She wanted us to re-energize this Model United Nations. You know, Model United Nation is a huge opportunity for all the undergraduates in Sri Lanka Technological to before we taking the executive committee, there was a very silent time period for Model United Nations community. Didn't even knew about the Model United Nations. But last year, in previous activities to re-energize this Model United Nations, we came up with some good ideas as well. So, right, the major activities we did in previous year, there were 5 major activities focusing on PR, skills development, as well as awareing our student community. The first immediately done was launching a Facebook page. The reason of doing that was to show students that there is a club like this and you can have a lot of opportunities through this club. So we successfully did that, and currently we have more than 1,000 likes and 1,000 followers, and there's a good community around that. So that is the first thing that we did as the executive committee of 2020. And we started update UN's special days in our Facebook page as well as in all the WhatsApp groups. The reason for doing this is we can launch a Facebook page, but if that Facebook page is not active, what is the point of having the Facebook page? There's no need of having a Facebook page if it is not updating. So we wanted to ensure that the club is well functioning and running, right? So we came up with this idea, and I have to mention especially the as the assistant historian, the webmaster of the executive committee. He gave me a fantastic support to update those UN special days. And the third thing that we did is MUN awareness session. So we make sure that people will know about Model United Nation. Then we make sure that our club is well functioning and running, and people will see posts from MUN. And then we went to the awareness session. So we about MUN, and I have to specially mention Amod Sahabandhu, who will be executive committee member in the this year's executive committee. So Amod is a very good prospect resource for us because he has taken part in many MUN activities. So with the help of Amod and Samadhi and Janang, everyone, we were able to conduct a very fruitful awareness session. More than 50 students took part in the awareness session. You know, when it comes to MUN, come to public speaking, you know, it's very hard to find people. It's very hard to gather people around. But not only public speaking, doing public speaking in English, that is even tougher. So, but we were able to gather more than 50 students to that awareness session, and it was a very, very successful session. After that, we move on to the practice debate. So we make sure that people aware about MUN, and then we went to the practice debate session to teach what is MUN, how to do the conferences, how to take part in these those debates and all. After that, we did the mock conference. We did one in the at the beginning also to the executive committee members, but the main thing. Initial idea was to have more conferences in every month, but unfortunately, with the situations, we couldn't do that. But we came up with alternative ideas, practice the for that. So we did mock conference, but we plan to have a summit in the February month. But I don't think with the COVID-19 pandemic situation, we will be able to do that. Somehow, I think we as executive committee, 2020 executive committee of Model United Nations have done our part. The task that was given to us to re-energize the Model United Nations. So we re-energize that. We create a make sure that the people of SLTC, the students of SLTC do know about this community, and we came up with new initiatives like mock conferences, practice debates, and awareness sessions, and UND updates. So those are the things that we did in the previous year. So I have to mention especially my Vice President Chananga Suryarachi. He has done a wonderful job when it comes to coordination part. His responsibility was to coordinate things inside the university, and I have to mention Sama as well. Her duty was to coordinate things outside the university. So I think all my executive committee members helped me a lot to make this year a successful one. Actually, it wasn't the year, it's more like a quarter year something. But it's time to give the responsibility to the right people in the right time. I hope new executive committee will do something wonderful in the 2021. So the people who are in the outgoing executive committee, only 4 people will leave the executive committee today. Tihara Mallikarachi and the Bhagya Nonis, both these personalities are my co-secretaries of the Model United Nations. And the man who is in the middle is Dilshan Nonis, head of delegate training, and we all are from batch 5. And it's time to give the responsibility to the batch 6 people. So I would like to thank Tihara, Dilshan, and Bhagya, all these 3 personalities, for their valuable support that given me when it comes to preparing documents and planning stuff and gathering students. All these 3 people has done a wonderful job. So thank you very much for your valuable contribution. And that is what we did. I hope, Ninsaki, that we did our part, and I believe the new executive committee of SLTC Model United Nations, which is led by Jananga, will do something, lift up the standards of the MUN, as well as to do something better for the student community to develop their skills. So thank you everyone for listening to my speech. And I think we are moving on to the most important part, is the appointing new executive committee. So with the permission of the SLTC Model United Nations, and with the permission of the staff advice of SLTC Model United Nations, Dr. Shamini Pereira and Ms. Achini Gamage, I would like to appoint Mr. Jananga Suryarachi as the President of SLTC Model United Nations for the year of 2021. So, are there any objections? If you have any objections, it's time to raise. With the silent, I believe that there are no objections. So moving on, I would like to appoint Ms. Samadhi Disanayaka as the Vice President, and Mr. Amod Sahabandhu as the second Vice President. Both these personalities will act as co-Vice Presidents of the MUN. And I would like to appoint Mr. Timet Pereira as Chief of Staff, Mr. Sinet Nemsara as Chief of Community, Ms. Michelle Pereira, Co-Chief of Community, Mr. Manula Rajapaksha, Deputy Chief of Staff, and Ms. Sakuni Punmina, Secretary, Ms. Chamatka Bandara, Co-Secretary, Ms. Chatumini Kavisha, Assistant Secretary, Mr. Tisura Arachige, Treasurer, Ms. Tanuli Denuara, Assistant Treasurer, Mr. Akil Ahmed and Ms. Christina Mahendran as coordinators, Mr. Hassan Sali as Head of Delegate Training, Ms. Devma Lianage as Co-Head of Delegate Training, Mr. Vagisha Aludgama, Head of Event Planning, Mr. Mark Senaviradna, Deputy Head of Event Planning, Mr. Hasira Koswata, Head of and Mr. Mohammed Nushi as the historian. So these are the appointments that I made with the permission of our senior treasurer, student advisor, our coordinator, our master in charge, Ms. Achinigamage. So if you have again any objections for this executive committee, it's time to raise. With this, I believe that there are no objections. So now I would officially announce that the Jananga Surya Arache and the new executive committee is in office from this moment onwards. Congratulations, Jananga and the team. So as the immediate past president of the Sri Lanka Technological Campus Model United Nations, I would like to wish all the new office bearers all the best and congratulations. Thank you. Vagisha, it's over to you.
Thank you very much, Manodya. Now it's time for an open floor. Now you are able to do any suggestions and comments regarding the new executive committee appointed. The chance goes all of you.
I would like to invite the President of the Student Interactive Society of SLTC, Mr. Ovinda Jayasinghe, to address the gathering.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning, everyone. Hope I am audible.
Yes,
I would like to wish Manodya for the splendid job done for the year 2020. I think he has done a very good job in re-energizing the Model United Nations and promoting the concept of Model United Nations within the SLTC community. I wish him all the very best in his future endeavors, and I would like to wish a very capable character and his team for the year 2021 and very good. I would like to wish him all the very best for the year 2021. Thank you.
Invite the President elected of the Student Interactive Society, Mr. Mahasai Bandara, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Aaron, the newly appointed CIS President for the year 2021. I would like to congratulate for the newly appointed MUN committee. We all are hoping to work with you guys, and I assure my full support towards the club for the upcoming events. And I wish you the best of luck for your year. Let's work together and let's win together for the betterment of the SLTC. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahasenaya. Now, I would like to invite the past treasurer of the SLTC MUN, Mr. Navod Kirivatturua, to address the gathering.
Hi everyone, good morning, and hope I am audible.
Yes,
Let me first thank you all for inviting me as a special guest here today, and I'm really happy to see the way this SLTC MUN is processing. And first of all, let me thank the previous committee, especially Mr. Manodya Nabadawewa Nabadawewa. He's one of this very remarkable person that I have seen, and really appreciate the work that you have done the previous year with the support of the team. And I have to congratulate the team for the past year. And Ovidu also clearly mentioned that re-energizing this MUN, that was a great effort done by the team. Again, wish you all the very best. And I have to congratulate for the team, and wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. And for the newly appointed and elected committee under Mr. Jananga and under Mr. Jananga, and we wish you all the very best for a good year, and wish to see many wonders from SLTC MUN. Hope to be there and support you all for a successful year ahead, and again wish to see many wonders from SLTC MUN. Thank you.
Thank you, Navodaya. And now, can I know whether there are any other speakers who are willing to speak right at this moment? With the silence, I hope that there are none. So thank you, Manodya, and thank you everyone once again. Now, I would like to take this as an opportunity to invite the newly appointed president, who has always been an example as one of the hard-working members of MUN during the past year, Mr. Jananga Suryarachi, to address the gathering.
Good morning to you all. Am I audible?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. Yes, again, good morning, a very good morning to all of you. And again, I warmly welcome you all to this very special occasion of SLTC Model United Nations. And thank you, Tanuli and Vagisha, for moderating this. And ladies and gentlemen, these are two valuable assets to our student club. And first, to begin off with our outgoing committee, let me extend my sincere thanking to Manodya and the outgoing committee, including Tiharaka, Bhagyaka, and Dilshanaya, for believing us and bestowing these positions with opportunities to serve the club. And it was always a blessing to have you all with us in our working community. We learned a lot, and I think we achieved our goals at the end of our tenure. And it is a great pride that I accept the position of the new president of SLTC Model United Nations. And speaking of the ones who were before me, I think once Minsaka thought to hand over the executive committee to certain someone who will be capable of expanding the reach of the student club inside the community of SLTC. And she chose one of the charismatic leaders that there was and there ever will be among the students of SLTC. And it is none other than our very own Manodya Nabadawewa. Manodya has this special quality of taking up any challenge. Even though he had comparatively had lesser experiences with Model United Nations, he was up to that challenge. He was not scared to cross the waters that he has never crossed before. So that is leadership. And that is an epitome for leadership versus knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter how knowledgeable you are, if you are not a leader, if you can't communicate your imaginations, and if you can't manage your human resources, you will never become the man or the woman that you are dreaming to be. And I am delighted to say that our new team appointed for the year 2021 is filled with such leaders. And this is our team for the year 2021. Yes, starting off with our vice presidents. First, we have our vice president for program and coordination, Amod Sahabandhu. Then vice president for liaising and network, Samadhi Disanaika. Then officers under OUC, office under chiefs, we have chief of staff, Tinet Pereira, chief of community, Sinet Nimsara, co-chief of community, Michelle Pereira, and deputy chief of staff, Manodya Rajapaksa. And then we have our Secretary Office. We have Secretary Sakuni Punmena, Co-Secretary Samarka Bandara, and Assistant Secretary Chatumini Kavisha. Then we have our Treasury, led by our Treasurer Thisura Rachige, who is the chairperson of this event, and our Assistant Treasurer Tanuli Devanur. Then under the Office of Event Planning, we have Head of Event Planning Wagisha Aludgama, Deputy Head of Event Planning Mark Seneratna. Then in the Office for PR, Public Relations, we have Head of PR Hasira Kosatta, Historian Mohamed Dushim, and Deputy Head of PR Chalanka Kodikara. Then in the Office for Delegate Trainers, we have our two coordinators, Akil Ahmed and Christina Mahindra, and the Head of Delegate Training Hassan Salim, and the Co-Head of Delegate Training Devmali Yenege. I have the honor to congratulate all of you. The club needs new enthusiastic and creative minds to serve the goals of this club. And I'm so delighted to have all of you in this adventure. Moving on to a bit of an unorthodoxy part of my speech. I think once I spoke to our then newly appointed executive committee in the for the year 2020, let's grasp the history. After the First World War, League of Nations came into being to ensure peace and prosperity in the world. But with the passage of time, it all fell apart. Then started the Second World War. Then again, after the finishing of Second World War, in 1945, established United Nations Organization, who has a goal to ensure world peace, discuss with nations on common issues, and to elevate the quality of human lives. But later on, again, with the passage of time, with the interference of political and national agendas, United Nations, they are struggling and they are facing the challenge of not deviating from their original roots. As a modeling entity of that organization, we can serve the original cause of this organization. We can serve the organization itself interiorly, cause heavens to the human resources that we have inside. In this case, our executive committee. And then we can serve the community who has chosen to gather around SLTC Model United Nations as humans. Then we should always function as an entity, not just a forum for the individuals to argue and discuss about global politics. And we should break all the conceptual territories that limits individuals who are struggling with the language of English to not enter this such entities. And we should be open to all people speaking all different languages, singing all different languages. And to do all these things, we should have a plan. Once a wise man said, Benjamin Franklin said, that if you are failing to plan, you are planning to fail. This will be our year plan. First, we will start off our work here with our first mock conference. In our past tenure, we introduced the concept of mock conference to give an opportunity for the individuals who are trying to be good public speakers and who are enthusiastic about global politics. And we had one of our prequels. So this will be the sequel, mock conference number 1 for this year. And it will be on the month of February. Sorry. Let me share it here. Yes, then we will have I'm sorry with the technical difficulties. Then we have in the month of March, we will have our awareness session for this year. Then in the month of April, we will have one of the other sequels, mock conference number 2. Then again, we will have a practice debate where we filter out the speakers that we have seen from the mock conferences and give them the opportunity to formally get into the proceedings of Model United Nations. Then in the month of August, we will have a webinar and a workshop for movie creation, which would enhance the participants' presentational capabilities. Then in the month of September, we will have an article and resolution writing competition. Then in the month of October, we will have our second practice debate. Then to end this colorful work year, we would finish off with our colorful event, the Got Talent. Yes, to conclude, to follow any of the goals of United Nations, first we should be united as one nation. Then we can be united with other nations, or then even help other nations to unite with one another. First, you should start from yourself. And in our upcoming work here, let's dig deep to the meaning of the word model. I hope we work together to achieve our goals, and the success of this club depends on all of us, not just on. So let's go ahead. And I would like to invite all of our participants to this occasion to join hands with our club and take part in our interesting sessions that will be organized by SLTC MUN to support one another and uplift and polish your skills. You have given me an opportunity to bring about change to this club. For that, I am grateful. Let's unite as one family and work together for the benefit of all humans. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Janangaya. And I take this opportunity to wish you and your team all the very best. And I hope you all do a fantastic job this year. So it's time to refresh all of you with an entertainment event. To do that, I would like to invite Dinidu Sachintana, who is an undergraduate of SLTC Music School. So brother, the chance is yours.
ලස්සන තවනේ ඒ වගේ ලස්සන තවනේ මීදුම් පිණි පුද දැස වසන් කර සමනල් සිහිනය පිපුණා සමනල් සිහිනය පිපුණා දේතුණු රේකා දැසම තවරා තවමත් මල් සිත බලා සිටිනවා මීදුම් තවරා සුළඟක ඈතක සංගවා තුන් සිත දැස හුරෙන් ඈත සොයනවා අඳුර වෙතින් එන්න සතලියේ දේදුණු සායම දැස මාලති යායක හැලිලා මාලති යායක හැලිලා සීතල හිම කඳු යාය පියමෙන දියුලිය සිහිනක වැඩියා දියුලිය සිහිනක වැඩියා.
Thank you, Dinidu, for that amazing performance. And now, I would kindly like to invite our chief guest, the Senior Academic Treasurer of the Model United Nations of Sri Lanka Technological Campus, Dr. Shamini Pereira, who is currently a Senior Lecturer and the Head of the Faculty of Business Studies at SLTC. She is also a certified coach and a mentor by the International Authority for Professional Coaching and Mentoring. So, ma'am, I kindly invite once again to address the gathering.
Thank you very much, Hanvi, and thank you so much, everyone, for inviting me for the AGM, and a very good morning to everyone present here. I too warmly welcome all of you for this event. First of all, I must start by thanking the previous president, Manodya, and his team. 2020 was not an easy year for any of us, not only in Sri Lanka, but across the world. But having had those challenges, yet you all were successful in building an environment to promote the Model UN Club, as well as to initiate certain activities, and then to take the leadership in developing skills as required and making every effort as much as possible. So while taking your academic activities and being engaged in these sort of activities is truly remarkable, because it shows how much you all can multitask. It shows how much you can be committed, focused, and also contribute to the development of the others. So this is basically what we need to develop in a human being. We talk about human rights, we talk about the well-being of the human beings, but just as much as we talk, we also need to make sure that we show it out of our actions to contribute to the society. So you all have taken that initiative even during the toughest times that we all have experienced in our lives. So that deserves a lot of appreciation. So thank you very much for the previous committee and the president. I know that you all could not have done that all by yourself. It is definitely with the support of all your participants and the encouragements that you all have received. So they are also a huge part of it. And at the same time, I warmly congratulate the newly appointed president, Jananga, and his team. And I'm pretty much confident that you all can do even better in this year. And moving forward, life may be even more challenging, but there will also be new opportunities coming in. And again, if you all can be, you very well presented, being the newly appointed president, you very well presented what you have planned for the coming year. So I wish you all the very best to do your task very successfully. But keep one thing in mind, it's the team that matters the most. Working as a team is what that matters the most. If we are to get over any sort of a crisis, both in achievement as well as in survival, it's a team spirit, and commitment from each team member is what matters the most. So if we have a team that has a good understanding of each other, we probably can understand anyone else around us and make their lives better as well. So being a part of the model UN, there are many burning topics that you can consider for taking up for discussion. There are a lot of awareness that is needed by people today. They don't know why things are happening. They don't know what their life might be in future. But as young people who are very creative, and I have seen how creative your little minds are, so you all can be very active and create that awareness and support people throughout these difficult times. Because whatever we do during a difficult time is what will help another person, and that will be remembered a lifetime. So this is where you all can build your brand and show the world what the SLTC model UN can do differently compared to any other. So touch the hearts and souls of the people who deserves your service. Start from SLTC itself and then go towards the community. This is a time that everyone needs your creativity, everyone looks for your leadership, and y'all are the generations in the future that will take over even the country's situation. So just having the academic qualification itself won't be good enough. You need to make sure, as much as you all have realized this, you need to make sure that the others will also understand this fact and bring about a change where we all can live happily in this environment, even though it may be challenging. So I wish you all also the very, very best. And I must say that even without very less supervision, you all have that ability and commitment to take an initiative and move forward. So that is what is needed, right? So that is what we truly appreciate. Today we do not want people who wait to do something till they are told to do something. We want people who can make an initiative all the time on their own, use their intellects on their own, use their networking on their own, and make an impact. So I'm proud to say that at SLTC, especially at SLTC Model UN, I have seen that. You don't wait for someone else to come and instruct you. Instead, you bring your creativity and seek advice wherever changes are needed. And I have not seen any changes needed drastically as well. So that is your talent. That is the strength of the team and all the participants with the Model UN. So keep that spirit moving on. Like Manodya very correctly said, yes, public speaking, leadership, all that is very, very important. Today we lack a lot of public speaking skills. Yes, English as a language is important. However, moving forward, your own very language is also very important, right? Because the technology is evolving, so there can be any opportunities for translation if required, but we need people who can confidently speak, who can bring across a message, who speaks sense, and who can again influence others towards betterment. So speaking as well as your own actions shows what you can do, as well as it might influence the others towards following the right direction. So take this as your talents, as your skills, as well as your strengths, and keep moving forward. I wish all the very best, and we are there to support you all whenever required. But have that confidence that you can do and bring this club to the best level that is very possible. You all have already done it at a very short time period of time, like I said, but let's keep moving forward and wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shamini Pereira, for those valuable words. In order to continue the proceedings, I would like to invite our guest of honor to address the gathering. She is a past instructor in University of Colombo School of Computing, and she is the academic advisor for SLTC Model United Nations. And also, she is one of our lecturers in SLTC. It's none other than Ms. Achini Gamage. Ma'am, the chance is yours.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much. I hope you all can hear me first. Thank you so much for the invitation. And today I'm very happy about the journey that SLTC MUN has come because actually I can remember, like, in 2018 with 8 to 10 members, we started SLTC MUN. I really appreciate the enthusiasm of Minza. I can remember that you all went to this conference in 2018, NYMUN conference. And after the conference, you straight away came to me and told that you wanted to start this club. As I can remember, Minza was there, Vishalya, Metsara, Navod, Kosala, Ashin, Heshan, Virosh. I know, I think those, yes, all of you are there. I'm sorry if I can't, if I didn't mention any one of you, but I can remember that all of you came to me and told, Miss, we want to start a club like this. So even Dr. Shamini mentioned that without, like, sometimes we don't actually come after you. We don't supervise you that much. If you need a help, we give you. So from the day one, it was there. Okay, that even the initiation of this club, this was solely, it was your idea. So I think MUN, that is the purpose of MUN club. So MUN is all about yourself. Like, you can teach your peers, you can learn from each other, and it is all about empowering yourself while you are empowering others. So, and you can just develop your personalities, your language skills, and your organizational skills, everything. So I am so happy about the journey that you have come. And I am really, really happy that I really would like to thank our outgoing executive committee, Manodya and his team. Thank you so much for re-energizing this club. I know that we had a rough patch actually, maybe for, like, 3 to 4 months, but then again, Manodya, you and your team, you came forward and you just did what you can do for this, and you actually re-energized it. And also I really would like to congratulate our newly appointed executive committee, Jananga, and your team. I welcome you all on board for SLTC MUN. And I hope that you all do something, projects that we can actually take MUN, SLTC MUN to the public, and they will know our name. And I'll tell you one thing, and most of the universities, I think SLTC is the first one. We do not have MUN clubs in universities. Please be this mother club, and please try to expand this to other universities, and just try to take our name to the public, and everyone will know SLTC MUN. And I really look forward to amazing work from you. And I thank you so much, Minza, the first fast committee, and then Manodya and his team, and today Jananga and your team. Thank you so much for your immense enthusiasm and your commitment, and I hope that you will do an amazing job. And I wish Jananga and your team a fruitful year ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Achini Gamage. Now, I would like to utilize this chance to invite our special guest, the founder president of SLTC MUN, Ms. Minza Nizar, to address the gathering.
Yes, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Tanuli. Okay. Distinguished Chief Guest, Ms. Shamini Pereira, Senior Academic Treasurer of the club. The guest of honor, Ms. Achini Gamage, Senior Club Advisor. Special guest from the former Executive Committee of the club, Ms. Vishalya and Mr. Nawod, Mr. Avindu, President of CIS, and Mr. Mahesan, President elected for CIS 2021, outgoing committee of the SLTC MUN, and the newly elected executive committee and members of the club. Very good evening, to you all. So safety isn't expensive, right? It's priceless. So I hope everyone's being safe and healthy. First of all, I feel very honored to be here to make a speech for you all. My hearty wishes to the President, Mr. Jananga, and the rest of the newly elected Executive Committee. So here I can see a virtual general meeting of this club. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yes, so first of all, I feel honored to be here, to make a speech for you all. So my wishes to the President, Mr. Jananga, and the rest of the newly executive elected committee. So here I can see like a virtual general meeting of this club, Sri Lanka Technological Campus Model United Nations, which was started 3 years ago, I think, with almost less than 20 students. So these all started with the enthusiasm of 10 students from first 3 batches of SLTC who were trying to experience like a new platform called National Youth Model United Nations. So we just sat around the tables of the hostel corridor and did funny MU1 practices for the particular conference. So there we decided to kick off this club, and we had some goals for real, like encouraging students to learn and practice public speaking, debates, and strategical and diplomatic conversations, and developing self-confidence and decision-making abilities for the students for an on-stage performance, enabling students to learn to do researches and position paper writings, as well as like encouraging students to develop their personality by dressing well, grooming themselves for a professional environment. So trust me, all these things I have mentioned have developed in my life since the start of my journey in MUN conferences. So I have attended so far. So I have been a chair for so many school level conferences. I have developed friendships from multicultural society, locally and internationally. So these contexts and the exposure you are going to obtain from these kind of conferences will be seriously helpful when you are fishing for your careers in future. So when you show your interest in your public speaking skills, you overcome your stage fear. I think you should have some guts to speak even virtually, right? So whatever it is, I'm pretty sure you will be overcoming all your fears when you try to voice out clearly and boldly. So I have one serious issue often, as I usually gush out things when I'm about to make speeches. Most probably it will end up as a debate. So it's good for some stages, not everywhere. So learn them, learn how to become a good public speaker as well as a good debater. So I have been training school students for debates for almost 4 years, but still I find some students make prepared speeches for debates, which isn't a good quality of a debater. So when you become an MUNer, you automatically become a good public speaker and a debater. You can even talk like politicians or diplomats while using versatile strategies in negotiating. So there are lots of advantages when you become a MUNer. Especially you will learn about grooming yourself. That is a very interesting part for you to learn how to suit up and walk like the actual ladies and gentlemen and talk like some countries' ambassadors or delegates. So your attitude while speaking or having a discussion or any conversation must be decent and diplomatic, that you will know if you become a skilled MUNer. So these all benefits are more than enough for you to score high in your future endeavors and to brand yourselves for any dream you're supposed to choose. So here I am with you all today as a founder of SLTC MUN. I'm profusely thankful to Ms. Achini for encouraging and supporting us with no other words when I reached out to her to form this club. So, and also I'm thankful to Ms. Sharmini Pereira for helping us out for every conferences we have participated up to now, and wish it continues in future too. Thanks to my colleagues and dear seniors, the former club members, Ms. Vishalya and Mr. Navod and others who were with me to build up this club successfully. And I'm very thankful to the 2020 outgoing committee, especially Mr. Manodya and the team, especially Tihara, Bhagya and Dilshan for re-energizing, just like he said, and taking the club to a new successful level. So thank you very much. You did a great job with immense responsibilities that were put on you on a year like 2020. And last but not least, thanks to the newly elected committee for I can see more number of students than we had before are here now, I think. Yeah, so therefore I'm thankful to you all for creating a wonderful opportunity for every interested students out there. So I congratulate and wish you once again to be more successful in the upcoming years as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minzaka, for your valuable words. You all are the inspiration to all the present and future members of SLTC MUN. So now, I would like to invite the newly appointed Vice President of SLTC MUN for the year 2021, Mr. Amod Sahabandhu, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Amod Sahabandhu, the newly elected Vice President of Program and Coordination at SLTC MUN. I'll be giving you a short description of our vision and events ahead. So this will be a very short description. The main priority of our club is, the main objectives of our club is to hold regular sessions on MUN awareness, especially for the upcoming batch, and also training our existing delegates, improving delegate skills such as diplomacy, and participate our delegates to MUN conferences throughout the country, as well as international MUN conferences, such as National Youth Model United Nations. And our ultimate objective is to hold our own MUN conference. Now, apart from our primary objectives, we, the SLTC MUN, as a voluntary organization, are looking forward to hold several voluntary tasks and events, both inside and outside of our campus. And we hope that we could organize several of such events throughout this uncertain but hopeful year. We have, actually, when we talk about our crew, we have a fiercely unconventional, independently spirited, and extremely capable set of people with the leadership of our president, Mr. Janaka. And I'm hoping to work with all of them together. And I'm looking forward for a wonderful year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Amodaya. Eventually, moving on to the conclusion of the AGM, I would like to invite the newly appointed Secretary of the SLTC Model United Nations, Ms. Sakuni Punmina, to deliver the word of thanks.
Thank you, Thanuli. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest, respected guests of honor, our most valued special guests, outgoing and newly appointed committee members of the SLTC Model United Nations Club, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. First of all, my most sincere gratitude goes to the Chief Guest, Dr. Shamini Pereira, for her participation and guidance that has helped us in successfully conducting our Model United Nations Annual General Meeting and all of our other proceedings. I must also mention our deep sense of appreciation to our guest of honor, Ms. Achini Gamge, for gracing this occasion with your valued presence. It is a real honor to have you with us today. Furthermore, I am grateful to our special guests, Ms. Minza Nizar, Founder President of Model United Nations of SLTC, Ms. Vishalya Suryarachi, Vice President of MUN 1920, and also Mr. Navod Kirivatulu, Treasurer of MUN SLTC 1920. Thank you for your guidance in showing us how to be a real representative of the model United Nations. You will ensure to continue your legacy. My most sincere gratitude goes out to the outgoing members of the SLTC Model United Nations Club. Without your encouragement, we won't be able to stand where we are today. Right? It is without fail that I extend my sincere thanks to the organizing committee of today's annual general meeting. An event like this cannot happen overnight. It requires planning and a bird's eye view for details. We are fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated individuals. We are also delighted to say that we were joined by the current president of the Student Interactive Society, Mr. Ovida Jayasinghe, and the elected Student Interactive Society President, Mr. Mahasen Bandara. We thank you for your valued participation and for your blessings for our club's future. I would also like to thank all the attendees present here on today's occasion. We truly appreciate your presence in today's milestone event. And last but not least, I would like to take this moment to congratulate our newly appointed Executive Committee members of the SLTC Model United Nations. Wishing you the very best of luck with your future endeavors. Let's hope for a highly fruitful year of service. We do not want to take much time. Once again, I would like to state that we are all grateful for your valued presence this morning. It has been a great pleasure in having you all. Thank you and have an amazing day.
Thank you, Sakuniaka. So that brings us to the end of our SLTC MUN Annual General Meeting 2021. Before concluding the meeting, I would like to invite all of you to turn on your cameras for a group photograph.
Asira, are you the one taking the photograph?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Just give some seconds, I think. Give a count and take photo. Azir, it will be better if you can give a countdown and get the photo.
Shall I take it now or we need to stay more for more participants?
I think all good, ne?
Oh. One, two, three. Right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So once again, congratulations to all the newly appointed executive committee members in the SLTC Model United Nations. See you all with an energetic year with full of upcoming events of SLTC MUN. Until then, stay safe and have a good day. Thank you.
I would kindly like to remind the executive committee members to remain at the meeting. Thank you.
Nice job, well done. Thank you for inviting again. Bye.
Thank you, Aya. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Aya.
True.